Hello and welcome back to the Prosperity Central training, where we talk about how you can get more done in less time using the power of Prosperity Central. My name is Jeff Osnes. I'm going to be your host. And before we get into things, let me tell you a little bit about this channel. On this channel, I focus on the sales process or the sales funnel, with a major focus on the home-based business industry. Now, that doesn't mean you have to have a home-based business or be in network marketing to find value in this training. It just means that that's the direction that we're going to focus this training. Now, if you are in sales, and especially if you're working from home doing a network marketing business, you need to stay tuned and watch this training. You need to watch all of the training. It's going to help you get more done so that you can be more successful. Now, if you're not in sales, if you're not in network marketing, you probably know somebody in sales or know somebody in network marketing. So take a moment right now and share this video with somebody you know in sales so that you can help them get more done, help them write more business, help them grow their sales. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure you like this video and you subscribe to the channel so that you get notified anytime I post a new video. On our training today, we're going to be talking about how to build a script so that you can ensure that you have a process that you're following day in and day out to have success with your prospects. So how do we create a script? First off, we're going to go to the Marketing tab. On the Marketing tab, we're going to go down to the Emails and Scripts section. Click on that. And on the Emails and Scripts, you're going to see the section titled Phone Scripts. We're going to go ahead and click on Add Phone Script. And the first option here you're going to see is the Contact Folders option. If you watched any of the videos about creating emails, then you already understand what this is all about. But this section here allows you to create scripts that are only available to you when you're working with specific prospects or contacts. So you might have different scripts for someone like a product user versus a distributor, or a customer versus an independent business owner, right? So you may create different scripts for different purposes. Now, for this particular training, I'm going to go ahead and just choose all folders. And then we're going to go down to phone script name, and we're going to give this script a name. Now, I'm going to call this my warm market script because this is the script that I'm going to use when I'm reaching out to people I know, people I already have a relationship with. Now, this is the group, this is the list of people that you should have already put together. If you're in network marketing, you should have a warm market list of people that you already know that you can reach out to and have them take a look at your business. So now let's go ahead and move on to the phone script description. This is optional. You can add a little bit more of a description to this if you'd like. I'm going to skip this on this particular training, and we're going to jump down to the Your Script section. Now, when building a script, it's very similar to building an email in the system. So hopefully you have been watching all of my videos. You've been watching them in series because they are created in a specific way to kind of guide you through setting up your account over time. Once again, you should be focusing 80% of your time on prospecting, on actually reaching out to people, and only 20% of your time on account configuration and setup. And once again, hopefully you have already watched some of the other videos, but of course, if you haven't seen them, you're still going to learn how to take advantage of all of the cool things that you can do with a script. Let's start with the basics. You're going to call somebody, you're going to introduce yourself. I typed in, "Hey, John." Now, not all of our contacts are going to be named John, right? So we need to delete that, and we need to use personalization codes or merge codes. So we're going to click on this little merge codes icon over here on the right, and we're going to choose recipient's first name. Now that's our contact's first name. Hey, John, hey, Sally, hey, Mary, whoever we are calling, it's going to insert their name. Now, obviously, we could go through and type everything out, but I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And I'm going to do what you most likely will be doing, and that's copying and pasting a script from some other source. You probably already have some sort of a script from your upline, your organization that you're going to be using. So rather than typing it all out, I'm just going to go over and copy and paste it. So for example, here's a script that I have. I'm going to go ahead and select all, copy, move this out of the way, and then paste that script right in here. Now I don't have to type everything out. I can just go through here and edit the script. So up at the top, this is kind of like an intro, a little overview of what this script is. But right down here is where it starts the actual conversation. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that and use the merge codes. And here it keeps referring to Tom because Tom was the example there. So I might want to go ahead and change that as well. Or what I prefer to do is delete that and just give myself some guidance on what I should be doing. Hey, John, how are you doing? Wait for a response. Because we don't know what his response is going to be, so we don't want to put words in his mouth. Now I'm going to take some time now and just start updating this so you can just watch. I'm not going to talk through every change that I'm making, but there may be some changes that I'll highlight, and of course I'll talk about those as we're going through this. And then right here where it says, write this down, your website, I'm going to delete your website. And I'm going to insert my personal website link, but I need to edit this because I don't want this custom language here. I want to actually insert my link there, my website link. So I'm going to copy that custom URL option and bring it down in here and then save that. Now I do understand that you may know your website link and you may want to just type that in. However, you want to think long term when you're building a script. You want something that can be used not only by you, but your organization, because one of the powerful aspects of this system is the ability to share content with your organization as your team grows. So keep that in mind. You want to use merge codes anytime you're inserting anything that is unique to you or the prospect. Now, at the end of any script, I always like to make sure I've got notes as far as what I should be doing or what my team should be doing. Now, keep in mind, when you're creating the script originally, you're creating it for you, but you have to think, okay, how is this going to be used by my organization? I need to make sure they understand how to use it, which is why we have that intro information. And then we have notes at the end of a script to help our team better take advantage and better use any script that you create. Now, this first note here, I want to make sure that I remind myself and my organization that it is time to now send our one-touch email. We did create a one-touch email that we would send after any good conversation. So delete that, put in recipient's first name. Now, you may also want to use the name of the one-touch email so it's crystal clear for your team what they should be using. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll up to the top, open up the emails and scripts link in another tab. So there it is in another tab. I just held down the control or command key and then clicked. And then this is the one that I want here. Great talking with you. So I'm going to copy that name, go down in here, and put that in, just so that it's crystal clear what email I should be sending after I've completed this conversation. Now here I started to edit this script and I realized, you know what? I actually don't like this, so I'm going to change this. I'm going to just delete this whole thing right here. And I'm going to remind myself and or my organization that they need to make sure that they put this in their calendar. And of course, after you make these reminders for yourself and your team, there are a few other things that I like to make sure that my team is doing. One, setting up three-way calls with your sponsor, your upline. That can be extremely helpful in closing deals in the network marketing industry. Now, no matter what, you should be calling your coach after you've done at least 5 presentations, after you've read your script to 5 people, because you want to be getting coaching, right? You want to improve yourself, and you're not going to improve yourself if you don't talk to somebody else about your results. Talk to them about the experience. Talk to them about the process, because that's how we grow. That's how we improve. So make sure that after the first 5, and I would recommend continuing to do that, maybe not every 5, but for sure after the first 5, that you're reaching out to your coach and asking some advice. And then here you can see I've got some testimonial information here talking about the script and how useful it's been. That's another big key to helping your team realize why they should be following this script. How has it helped other people? They need to understand that it's not just you making stuff up, but this has been helpful for other people, and you're sharing content that has been helpful for people. And so by including some sort of a testimonial, some sort of a testimony of somebody following the script and having success, it'll help others stick to the script and follow the script to have success. So those are a few things that I like to include with the script. So as my organization gets access to this content, as it's shared, now remember, that's one of the features within the system. When you're a Premier member, you can actually share content with your organization. So let's go ahead and just kind of review this one more time. And we're going to go down to the bottom and save changes. All right, so now we have this script. Don't worry about making sure your script is perfect the first time. It does not need to be perfect when you first create it. Because what's going to happen is you're going to save this, and then you're going to go to your contacts and you're going to use it. You're going to start doing some basic dial sessions. You're going to pull up your new script and you're going to follow along. And what you're going to learn as you go through this, as you start to implement this yourself, you're going to realize, oh, I need to tweak this. I need to tweak that. I like to have a pen and paper handy as I'm making my calls so I can notate what changes I want to make to my script, what changes I might want to make to the follow-up emails, so that I have a nice cohesive process once it's all done. Now keep in mind that I am not going and making these changes between every call. I'm not consistently going back and forth and making changes. I build the script, I build the emails, and then I go and use the script and I use the emails. I make notes about changes I may want to make, and then I make those changes later on. I apply those changes later on. If you constantly go in here and say, oh, I need to make some adjustments, so let's go ahead and close out of this, and let's go back over to marketing, and let's go back in here to emails and scripts, and let's go in here and edit this. If you're constantly doing that, you're disrupting your flow, you're disrupting your process, and you're doing yourself a disservice. Yeah, there may be some tweaks that you need to do, but unless it's absolutely urgent that you do it right then, make a note with a pen and paper and go back and do those edits in the evening, in the off hours. But don't distract yourself during prime time with, oh, I got to fix this. Oh, I got to tweak that. That's going to be your enemy. That will be your enemy. So let me warn you now. Do not fall into that trap. Now, if there's something absolutely urgent, has to be changed because it just is ridiculous and it needs to be done, that's fine. Even emails with typos are not that big of a deal. People understand that we make mistakes. In fact, a business partner of mine in the past, he always liked to include those typos because it would let him know who's reading his emails, because people would reply back and say, hey, did you know there's a typo in this? So don't get overly concerned about perfection. If you worry about being perfect, you will struggle to get anything done. So get in there, create your script. You now know how to create a script. You just come in here, add a script, go through those steps to create the script, and then start using it. Make at least 5 phone calls today. Implement your script. Read your script. Start working your prospects now. 80% of your time should be prospecting, talking to, sending emails to, texting your prospects, inviting them to take a look at your business, your product, your service, your opportunity. That's where 80% of your time needs to be spent. And of course, you should be qualifying at least 3 to 5 new prospects a day. You should be identifying 3 to 5 new prospects a day. What does that mean? That means you've invited 3 to 5 people. They've actually said, yes, I will take a look at your business. I'll take a look at your website. I'll take a look at your product or service. 3 to 5 a day. And if you're serious, if you're really serious about growing your organization, growing your income, 10 a day should be your minimum. That should be your minimum. Really, if you're really interested in building and growing an organization, 10 a day. And I've said it before on some other trainings, and I'll say it again. 10 a day keeps the bill collector away. 10 a day keeps the bill collector away. Make sure that you're presenting your opportunity to 10 people a day. They're actually listening to your presentation. They're going to your website, watching your video. And that's it for our training today regarding scripts. We'll be talking about scripts more and more as we go on, because this script here was just a warm market script. We'll be talking about other scripts that you'll be using with leads and prospecting and things like that. But once again, Prosperity Central is all about helping you boost sales and growth. It's a super simple system. It helps you present your opportunity any day, anytime. It helps you organize your contacts so you can be laser focused. The price is just right. You can track your contact activity so you know who to work with and when to work with them. And once again, one of my favorites, building a secondary income stream through the Prosperity Central affiliate program. And don't forget, the system is mobile friendly. Now let's talk about pricing. Once again, the basic account, $0 free for the life of the account. That is for your organization, and really only the people on your organization who are not trying to build their business. That's for people who want to plug into your training and are trying to figure out what they're going to do, but they're not actively working the business. If anybody on your team is working the business, professional, they need to be at the professional account, $24.95 a month. That gives you the contact manager, the autoresponders, all of the follow-up tools that you'll need to drive success within your business. And then, of course, the Premier account at $49.95 a month. That one is for leaders. If you've got an organization, I don't care if you've got 20 people or 20,000 people. If you've got an organization, you need to be looking at the Premier account, because that gives you the ability to share customizations with your organization so they don't have to create all this content themselves. Now, if you don't have a Prosperity Central account, go get one today. You can go to prosperitycentral.biz. Once again, prosperitycentral.biz, and get your own Prosperity Central account today. That's my affiliate link. Go through that link and I will get credit. Thank you again for tuning into this training, and happy prospecting.